question 7 says we've got a car going 50 kilometers an hour for 10 kilometers, and then it travels 20 kilometers an hour, so it goes a lot slower for an additional 10 kilometers. We want to find the average speed of the car. So remember that average speed is total distance over total time. Now they gave us the speeds, right? We know that we're going 50 kilometers per hour, and then we also know eventually we'll be going slower, so 20 kilometers per hour. Okay, and we know that we're doing this first chunk. We're going to go that speed for 10 kilometers, and then we're going to go another 10 kilometers much slower. Okay, so again, for finding average speed, we need the total distance and total time. Total distance is pretty easy. We have two equal 10 kilometer chunks. So distance equals 10 plus 10, 20. Right. Time is a little bit trickier, though. They actually don't give us the time, but they do give us the speeds and the distance that we covered. Okay, so we could figure out how long it's going to take us to go this first 10 kilometers, and then using this speed, we could figure out how long it's going to take to go this next 10 kilometers, right? So we're looking for these missing times. Once we have these times, we can add them together. That's our total time. Okay, so if speed is distance over time, we can rework this relationship to solve for time. Okay, so if I multiply both sides by time like this, and then I divide both sides by velocity like that, you should get time is equal to distance over velocity, right? So we have our distances for this first chunk, so 10 kilometers, and we went 50 kilometers per hour. Okay, so that's going to be 10 over 5, so that is 0.2. Okay, so 0.2. And that's going to be the time. Okay, our units are in hours, so I can just say 0.2 hours. Okay, so that's going to be this first chunk, 0.2 hours. Now we're going much slower. We're going 20 kilometers an hour for that extra 10 kilometers. So again, I can use this reworked formula to solve for time. And I'll just write down here to give myself some space. Pull that off, okay. So the distance traveled, again, we went 10 kilometers. And this time we were going at a speed of 20 kilometers an hour, right? And then 10 divided by 20 is 0.5. Okay, now because our units were in hours, I'm going to keep the hours for our time here. So the second chunk took 0.5 hours. So the total time, 0.2 hours plus 0.5 hours, should give us 0.7 hours. Okay, so now all we had to do is divide 20 by 0.7, and that will get us our average speed.